Okay, everyone, welcome to Legit Crypto Lounge. It's the place to discover all your latest and upcoming legit projects. Appreciate everyone joining us today, and we hope to bring you some valuable insights during the next hour or so. Today, we're excited to be joined by CupCake, and Electron's going to be leading this AMA with a few questions, with Queen jumping in as well. So just a quick run through the program. So we're going to meet the team behind the team. We'll run through the token itself and the USPs, have a chat about the tokenomics, run through the kind of launch that we've had on this, because this is obviously a post-launch project, and we'll see about what kind of plan the team have got in place for the project in the future. So, Electron, if you want to introduce yourself, tell us a bit about you, your background,
So, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, everyone. Thank you very much, Topstar. So, depending on the time zone that you're sitting in, I'm wishing you a good day, right? So, I am sitting in Luxembourg right now. I'm originally from Bangladesh, and as you can see, my Telegram name is Electron, and the team that the CupCake is consisted of is with Electron, Crypto Queen, and Jakub. We are all sitting in different countries in Europe, right? So I had been in crypto for a bit more than a year now, and with the same duration in shitcoin, right? And I have participated in at least 200 to 300 launches, if not more. I would say at least more, because if every day 2 launches, that makes it already 600 launches, right? So I have participated in more than that, and from those, Queen, and Jakub, we all met in one of those launches, and one thing led to another. We became very good friends, and one day we came up with an idea that, you know what, this space is full of shit, full of scams. Why don't we launch our own meme token and let's see where it goes, right? Zero experience at that point. We started working on the idea, working on the name, and what we want to do and where we want to go with it. So initial plan was that we want to give back the community some rewards for holding, and that's when the idea of reward token came with, right? Well, it's not a new idea, but that's what we picked up. When it came to the reward token, we did some surveys, and also we did some research on which token would be more valuable for the community if they want to stake that as well. And given the fact that Cake gives a very good APR on the staking, we decided to go with Cake. And when it comes to the name, actually comes from the decision after deciding what reward token we'd be giving, right? And hence we came up with the name CupCake, if that helps the community. So we started planning on it somewhere early October. Then once one thing led to another, we hired a website developer. And since it was supposed to be a meme coin at that moment, community driven, we wouldn't know where it would lead. So we just kept the website very simple, the white paper very simple, so that everyone can understand the tokenomics, the taxonomics, and all these things. And we decided that, okay, we will launch at 500 members in our TG. But given the market situation in between Christmas and New Year's and other, let's say, personal problems within family members of the team, we had to delay so initial plan was that we would launch it before Christmas, but we had to postpone it after New Year's Eve. And finally, we decided to launch with 200 members in our TG on the 18th of January, right? Because we needed it to start. Otherwise, we were not going anywhere. And once we started, the launch was very good. If you look at the chart went straight up, and it went up to 9x from our launch price. And then it came down to...
let me just bring your chart up, and we can have a look at that.
Then it came down to 6x, and it was holding steady at 5x for more or less 2 weeks plus, right? And given that we are still a very small community and it's a reflection token, so every time someone makes a small sale, the chart does take a hit because of the contract sales, right? So as you can see, it's still above 3x from our launch price.
Yep.
So the initial liquidity we went with was 3 BNB only. So we decided that, you know what, we will do a fair launch, because with most of the pre-sales we see nowadays, even with the legit ones, we see them going up or being botted at launch, or even the pre-sale being botted, and then the chart going down, 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 and some are even in a negative value. I have had that experience multiple times with negative values, right? So we did not want that to happen, and that's why we decided to go with a fair launch. With a fair launch, you cannot go to negative. You can only go to negative if you sell unbought token, and the chart is the proof that not a single unsold token was sold. Full stop. So now I will talk about the taxonomics. So it's a reward token, as you know. For every buy, we have 15% tax. For every sell, we have 15% tax. In total, for buy and sell, we have 30% tax, as you can see. And from that, 15%, 7.5% goes to cake reward, depending on your back size, to the holders. 2.5% goes to marketing, and 5% goes to liquidity. Now, that's something different we did from any other token that you might have come across. In most of the tokens that you come across, the liquidity is usually the smallest portion. But in this case, you see that the liquidity is the second biggest portion. We needed to make sure that, since it's a fair launch and we start with a small community, we needed to make sure that the chart is not going under a certain level after a few days, right? So for every $100 that I'm selling, I'm making sure the $5 is coming into my liquidity, okay? So that makes the floor higher and higher with every transaction, irrespective of buy and sells, right? There was even an AMA where I challenged the audience to do swing trading. You know, I have never heard of any dev challenging it, but I did challenge, and they could not make it worse. No, so this is the worst thing that they can make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even with a swing trade, you cannot break this chart because of that liquidity portion that is being added there. Okay. Now, with the tokenomics, I told you, so if you look at the tokenomics, you will see that we have a 4% marketing wallet, we have a 3% development wallet, we have 2% team wallets, right? One belongs to me, one belongs to Quinn, one belongs to Yakub. And only three of us have the key for those 3 separate wallets, okay? And all those wallets are locked in the Solidity code. If you look into the wallet, wallet addresses, right? A few days ago in our chat, we shared all the proof that those wallets are locked in the Solidity code. The LP is locked in a locker, but the wallets are not. Again, the wallets are locked in a Solidity code. The code is not renounced, just so everyone is aware why we have done it, because in the long run, we want this project to go far. And for this to happen, you cannot do it when the contract is renounced. And we have planned everything. That's why we have 37% token separated completely for our CEX, deploy. So if you ever want to go to, centralized exchanges, we will need to provide them with tokens. Normally, what other tokens do is they sell token, they either do a relaunch or they buy back or do other things. So instead, what we did is we just kept those things separated. That wallet is also locked and not collecting any rewards, just so the community is aware. Okay. If you guys want proof, we have the proof already published in our main chat. Okay.
How long is that locked for?
It's locked in the Solidity. So it's locked in the Solidity code, right? So if you look into the code, you will see that they belong to the team wallet, and then the team wallets are locked for as long as we want it,
Yeah. And so you can unlock them kind of whenever you want. Yeah. Exactly.
But the thing is, the Solidity code is public. So if we unlock it, you will see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Understood.
Yes. And that's about the Solidity lock. And you know what? We try to make everything that you can imagine transparent, right? If you go to the website, please, what I will say is, if you go to the website, and if you go the disclaimers at the bottom, there should be disclaimers, right? So there we give some very good, very clear descriptions of what will happen if the token does not work. Anything can happen, right? So we needed to prepare for everything. So we actually told the investors everything they need to be aware of for these things.
Yeah.
Okay, so that they don't need, they were aware of where they're coming and what they're putting their money into, right? Me as an investor, I would not be putting my money into something that is not clear or something that is shady, right? So that's why we put it out there in the very early positions.
Yep.
Okay. Now, so
let's just talk about your contract. Who is your contract dev? I know is this still remaining anonymous?
He has multiple. So basically, since we are not doxed, I don't want to put our Solidity names, dev's name out there in public. But if you personally ask me, I will definitely give you his name. Not a problem. He does have multiple. What is it called? Multiple successful projects in BSC. Okay.
Yeah. So he's not an active part of the team. I'm guessing he's just doing your contract for you.
No, he's not active part of the team. He's a very good friend of ours. He did the contract for free.
Okay.
He did not take a single token from us. Okay. So that's the kind of relationship we have with our Solidity dev. Okay.
So I'm guessing he's still around and you can still make changes for you whenever you need to and help you out with that aspect.
Well, when it comes to making the tokenomics, taxonomics changes or any kind of basic changes, I can do it myself. And when it comes to major changes like making the staking and other things, then in that case, we will have to bring him on board.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I've talked about I've given an intro about why CupCake was launched and what the initial liquidity was. It was 3 BNB, where we are sitting now, right? And we have talked about the tokenomics and the taxonomics, and also the wallets I have talked about. Now the next thing is, what is the plan? Where we want to go with it, right? So few days ago, not few days ago, actually close to 2 weeks ago, we had some poll in the chat, and the community decided that we should go with NFT. Okay, so we already have our dev ready for creating NFTs, the designer ready for creating NFTs, and we already have the contract that is required. We already have the marketplace. We will be doing it in a third-party marketplace. Okay, so because only for selling 1,000 or 2,000 NFTs, we are not going to make our own marketplace. So we already have the third-party marketplace in place, which will not be costing us anything. Okay.
Okay.
And
just for your connection to the dev again?
Not directly, but indirectly, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay?
And then we are also planning on revamping the website because it's not a meme token anymore. It already comes with a purpose now. So we are working on revamping it. We are going to redesign it. So what you see right now is the initial design, right? So it's a good one for meme token, not for a serious token. So we are already working on revamping it, right? We will be putting on our roadmaps. We will be putting on all the plans. Okay. So the
you got a timeline on these kind of things that you want to do? So
say again, please?
Do you have a timeline for your updated website with the roadmap white paper?
So basically, for the short term, it will be dependent on the community growth, right? So if you are asking me about when we are going to have our first NFT, I can tell you that with 250 active holders, we can have our NFT launched. Okay. The NFTs will be randomly generated 8-layer NFTs, CupCake NFTs. We have not yet decided on the counts. It could be 1,000, somewhere between 100 and 2,000. The community will vote on that. So from the very beginning, we have made sure of one thing, that the community has a final say on it. Okay. Okay.
So is there any utility behind these NFTs, or are they just a way of raising funds, or
not necessarily? There is a utility, right? So there would be multiple rarity within those NFTs. depending on those rarity, a percentage of the tax that we are getting right now would be distributed to those holders, right? So that would mean you might be buying an NFT for which you are getting rewards, which is more than your $300 worth of token investment.
Okay, so the rewards are going to reward. If you buy an NFT, you're going to get the rewards from the purchase of a next NFT. Is that what you're saying? Sorry.
No. So let's say we decided to go with 10 NFTs. Okay, for hypothetically speaking, and out of the 10, one NFT will be eligible for 1% of the transaction. Okay. Right.
The token transactions or exactly. The NFT transactions.
No, the token transaction, not the NFT transaction. Yeah. So any volume that goes in, 1% would be going to that NFT, right? So that would be the utility of having the NFT in your wallet. Okay. So that's our very short-term goal. Mid-term goal would be, so after selling the NFT, we would have enough fund to start our P2, play to earn gaming. Okay. And that leads us to the next level of, you guys should get ready for it. It's a very, very ambitious project. We have our, let's say, my hair is already white. I think all of them will become white. We are planning on going with a cross-chain swap.
Okay.
So something like that has not been done before with multi-chain, right? Something has not been done. We are going to give it a shot. It's a long shot, but given the experience that our Solidity dev has and his connection that is existing, we can make it happen given that we have the fund and we have the support. Okay, that is our long-term goal.
And is he going to have the time to do that? Is he going to be able to do that free of charge again?
No. No, that would be too much to ask. Asking him to create a contract and deploy it is one thing, and and going for a whole project with 1,000 holders is a completely different thing. No, it's not going to be free anymore. It's going to be a whole team of Solidity devs and software developers, Web3 developers working together and then coming up with the main utility.
Okay, let's just rewind a little bit then and talk about the funding for this. Where are you at the minute with your marketing fund? I'm guessing volume's been a little bit quiet for a little while now. Have you spent all your marketing at the minute?
No. We let's say before launch we had we are very, very transparent in here, right? So each of us, we spent 2 BNBs into liquidity and what is it called? Marketing included, right? Which would be 3 BNBs was put into liquidity and 3 BNB was put into marketing before launch. Okay. And after launch, you can already track the marketing wallet that no token was sold, no token was bought. All of the transactions that were made was due to marketing transaction. Right now, Queen, we are sitting somewhere a bit above 3 BNBs, right?
We have like 2K.
Oh, awesome. So right now we have close to 2K, and that is all from volume.
Yep.
Okay. So with the very little volume that you see, we already have 2K in our marketing wallet. So I can tell you, if we have $100,000 of volume on an average, we don't have to worry about marketing money. Another thing I forgot to mention when it comes to marketing, even though you see there is only 2% into marketing, if you please go back to the website and go to the tokenomics place. Yes. Yes. So what you see is only 4%. It's a 4% wallet of marketing. There's a 3% wallet for development, right? Even though we don't have anything to develop, but we have the development wallet set, even when it was a meme token, because we knew it would, if it goes somewhere, we will need the tokens. Then we have the 3 team wallets. Even though all these wallets are collecting rewards, all this money is being sent for marketing. You can track those wallets. All the transactions leads to marketing wallet. Okay, so what you can see
So,
is
so
we have a 13% marketing wallet actually.
okay, right. So,
wallets.
but these aren't collecting rewards, did you say?
No. The team wallets are collecting rewards. The centralized exchange is not collecting rewards. The team wallets are collecting rewards, and they are being diverted to marketing wallet.
Okay, understood. Okay. Yeah.
So all this money is being collected into marketing wallet, and all this money is being used for, let's say, targeted marketing. And based on community votes, they decide on where they want to do the AMA, and then we go for it. Okay, and of course we need to respect the budget. That's it.
Yeah. So obviously, it's key for you to get your volume up right now, isn't it?
Yes.
And build this marketing wallet up.
Yes.
So I'm guessing at the minute it's to do as much as you can. Let's be honest. 3K isn't a lot of money in this space, is it? At the minute,
it's not. But the example that I brought in was because of the volume, right? We barely had volume, and even with that volume, we managed to get 2K in a few days.
Mm-hmm.
And that's already after spending what we have already spent.
So what was your holders at high? Do you know? Can you remember?
At high, it was 59.
Okay, so you haven't lost much really. So you're on 41 at the minute.
Yeah.
And this is your biggest holder here, isn't it?
That's because we have a max wallet size of 1% of the total amount, right?
Okay.
So that will put them to 1 billion tokens. That's the max size. Understood. And the maximum transaction that you can do is 0.5%. So that would make it 500 million tokens.
So at a minute, I think that roughly equates to about a BNB, doesn't it, for a max wallet?
Yeah. So we will take that max wallet limit up once we cross like 100 holders, right? Because we also would need to get the newcomers the opportunity to fill up their bags. Otherwise, the very early comer would be might have that opportunity to dump. So that's why we still have that in tight leash.
So what marketing did you do to start with? Was it all call groups?
I would ask Queen to answer that one.
No problem.
We launched like 12 call groups, and after launch, we did also some groups as well, like Twitter influencers, like 2 or 3 maybe. We're still looking for like affordable and really effective ones, and I'm doing research all day because it's really hard to find non-botted influencers.
Yeah.
So if you have any suggestions, I'd like to hear that too.
I mean, at the minute, you guys have got to make everything count as well, haven't you? You can't waste anything, I don't think.
So I was really happy when Omar told me about your channel, and I saw the activity and the fun you have and the education is going on. I'm really happy. So, and yet we are here, and I'm so excited. So
yes, it's something it's looking good. Have you got anything, Mark, so far?
Just touching on the centralized exchange fund, is that captured within the overall marketing wallet? I'm just wondering if that's separate, and can you release some of that for marketing at the moment? Because it seems like a centralized exchange is so far away at the minute. Wouldn't it be better to utilize those funds now elsewhere?
Are you guys getting reflections at the minute from the volume? I'm guessing probably not. Oh.
Are you asking me?
Yeah, well, I guess so. Either of you, anyone as a holder.
Okay. Actually, anytime you see there's a red line, big red line, I'm pretty sure they're getting reflections, right? So this is not really hard to track. Let me see. Let me share a link. Give me a second, please.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hi,
Sorry,
Michael.
sorry I interrupt. I am actually a holder since the beginning, and back to reflections. So I just give you an idea. Pretty much, I invested around $200 into the project, and since then I received approximately $20 in cake back already without much of a volume. So it doesn't look bad. It's a pretty decent reward if you think 20% on your 10% of your investment within 2 weeks. And the project is growing. Guys are doing great work.
But so it just brings me around to this, like Mark's just brought up about this 30% central exchange wallet. Like there might be a way for you to utilize that better and get. I don't know. I'm trying to think how you could do it, because you couldn't unlock it and take the rewards from it, because it's going to take a lot away from the holders. But it's key for you guys to get some more marketing fund, isn't it? I think
the marketing fund isn't such an issue. The issue is that the project is so small, and a lot of influencers just doesn't want to work with the team because they don't see potential, I think, or they just don't see the hype. But the guys need just a spark for this to take off. I mean, projects. I know this project very well. I know the owners, and they definitely deserve a decent advertisement out there.
So, with our community, this would be a first kind of. I know we're moving away from a meme token now, hopefully with the utility that you're trying to plan. This will be a first for us to have an AMA here with a meme token. And like I was talking to Mark earlier, and potentially with the buying powers in this chat, it could change things quite a lot for you guys, with a max wallet being one BNB. And I'm just trying to get clearer on your plans, and how I suppose the big thing is where you want to take it, how you're going to move it, and the money side of it is going to be very important for you to get things moving, I think, in terms of marketing. Because without reaching out, I mean, I don't know how. I'm sure you guys are shilling everyone that's in the community at the minute, because it seems you've reached a floor now, almost.
I think we have pretty much diamond holders left.
Yeah, so I mean, you're seeing a bit of a curl now, aren't you?
That's also due to BNB dropped quite a lot.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah, we're on the way back up with BNB now, aren't we? A little bit.
Yeah.
If you can change the chart to the BNB, on the right there's the USD on top. So if you can change it to BNB and see what happens to the chart. So a bit below, a bit below.
Oh, sorry.
No, where the numbers are above the numbers, on the right, where it shows the price, up, go up.
Sorry, I've just got this.
Yeah, stop. There,
crazy new mouse.
A bit below. There's it says USD, right? Just go for BNB and let's see what happens. So if you zoom out. So if you look at it, right, it is moving according to BNB price.
Yeah, there's nothing different, is there really?
Like all of the BSC space, to be honest.
Yeah.
Topstar, regarding your reflection, right? I just shared a link of BSC scan. If you click that link, you will see in the main chat, in your chat. If you click the link, you will see that it leads you to the reward wallet, right? And that there you will see there is still 0.4 BNB worth of cake that is still unclaimed from the holders, right? So if on top, above there's still 0.4 BNB worth of tokens that people have not yet claimed, and we are only how many holders there. Right. So those rewards still is unclaimed by our holders.
You guys, you did a fair launch, didn't you?
We did a fair launch, yes.
So what do you think sets you apart as a reward token? How do you think you're going to be different? Because there's a lot out there at the minute, isn't there, in terms of reward tokens? It's been a while since I saw a cake token, though. As you know, they would probably
First of all, that, and we are totally based on our marketing wallet. Marketing is totally based on the volume, not on sales of unbought token, right? So that's what sets us apart from any other token that you have come across so far. That much I can be, sure of. You'll not find anything in the white paper because the website is basically the white paper.
Okay, and have you guys thought about putting that together? Because
yes, because that's as I said, we are going to revamp it, right? We are going to have some timeline, estimated timeline and new plans. So I've taken that down.
Okay.
Are you working on the new website at the moment?
Yes, we are already doing a revamp of it.
What's your estimated? Go on.
Yeah, no, that's what I was just going to ask. When's it going to be ready?
I would give it 2 to 3 weeks.
Who's working on that? Are you outsourcing that, or is one of you guys working it?
I'm from Bangladesh. You can bet everything is going to be outsourced. But of course, with the people that I can trust with, it's not going to be with people that I don't know.
Also, I know people working around this project, and I have really good insight in the team. And what sets them apart is the trust and that they are doing everything right. Like, since the beginning, I haven't seen nothing sketchy at all, which is very rare in this space, if you think about it.
Thank you very much, Mikhail.
I think that definitely helps with launch, doesn't it? In terms of, like, people are worried, obviously, they're going to get robbed or it's going to be a honeypot or whatever. And then after that moment, say 1-2 weeks later, people are starting to build confidence. But really, the benefit has already been seen. The people here know that now. It's not really going forward. How does that make any difference?
Yeah, of course. That's why the guys are searching for that little spark. This token doesn't need a lot. It doesn't need a lot to start flying. I know you're looking for, groundbreaking utility and things, but in BSC, the tokens don't need to be groundbreaking, right?
I don't think you need groundbreaking at this stage. Obviously, it's this super small market cap. It doesn't need anything crazy. Well, you can't. Let's be honest. You haven't got the funds to be able to do that, have you, at the moment? But just going back to the team and stuff, I would be interested to know what experience you've got between you in terms of, what is needed at the moment, which is marketing. We've already established that you've got a really small budget for marketing. So it's trying to work out, like we've touched on already, how do you utilise that to its max effect? But in that, your team, who's heading up the marketing, who's got the experience to be able to, fully utilise the marketing on a shoestring budget.
Queen?
But from what I've seen, up till now, guys are really picky on who they are choosing for the marketing. And even with that small budget, they do tons of research and they try to utilize it as best as they can, reaching to groups like yours when they see real investors, right? Real people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's, for the short terms, that's the way forward, trying to grab the, those, like, the real people, right?
Yeah, 100%. I think if you came here and said, which you've already admitted, you've got a really small budget, but we've at least got X amount of AMAs lined up with communities like yourself, that would, you know, help to bring things along a bit. But it feels like...
I think guys have another AMA scheduled with some different group. I'm not 100% sure about it, but I think that there's something else going on.
Okay, so is there an AMA schedule lined up then?
I think there is something there.
Yes, we are still waiting on an appointment. We're still waiting for the date, for the time. They have not. They have confirmed that we're going to get it, but we are not getting a slot yet, right? I mean, we are getting slots in the middle of the day, right, when I'm at work. So that's not working for us. So we are trying to get a suitable timing.
Also, another thing I'm trying to do is to get a marketing manager for my project to help guys a little bit get the connections, which we have loads of. And that might be a thing, just it's hard with his time because he's always busy, but I think eventually he will crack on and help them at least get the connections, you know, spread the word.
So I've popped in your community a couple of times, and I often kind of see like, are you doing like buying rewards and things like that for people buying?
Yes, we since we launched, we had been having what is it called? Rewards for giveaways, right? Giveaways for buyers, giveaways for anyone who is going for referrals, right? So we have had like so far 4 or 5, and there's still now one is ongoing for a referral bonus. The highest one will get like $50 of worth in CupCake, and there would be another one, random one, right? Of the who would be getting another $50, right? So we always have this kind of rewards going on for the community to participate into marketing as well, or from their side.
I mean, in hindsight, what was the market doing? When did you launch? 18th of Jan?
We launched on the 18th of January. That is correct. 9 p.m. UTC.
And then that was probably not great timing, was it, for the rest of the market?
That wasn't.
I mean, there's some things I'd like to see. I'd like to see a white paper added up with a roadmap of where you want to take this, just to take it away from that meme token. Because let's be honest, meme tokens, when they first start out, are just based on hype, aren't they? You know, there's nothing else other than the kind of the hype. But you guys want to move away from that meme token, and you want to go down the stream of actually adding some utility. And you're starting with the NFTs, yeah? That's your plan.
We are starting with the NFT, yes, exactly, right? As soon as we have like 250 holders, right, we will have enough budget to move on with the NFTs. And since we already have the designer placed, a very good designer, all we need is like 2 weeks time for the NFTs to be in marketplace.
I'll be honest, most of the NFTs are already designed.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. 2 weeks is taking everything into account, you know, in case things fall apart. Right?
Yeah.
But that's the maximum that we would need.
Have you been sharing those NFTs, like sneak peeks and stuff like that?
Not really. We did share some, but worthy enough to, you know, bring it up in any AMAs or bring it up in I mean, you know.
So have you thought? So we talked about this 100 to 2,000 NFTs. I think you said, didn't you, based on kind of how the community vote?
Yes. But the thing is, every time I'm mentioning this 250 holders is because right now, if you look at the holder count, it's low, right? The vote.
41. Yeah.
Exactly. So if people are voting, there would be like 50% of the people voting. So I will have 20 votes to go with. That's not enough.
Yeah.
I don't find it that's enough. Once we have like 250 holders, at least if 50% of them are participating, I'll have 100 votes to go with. Right. So that's what I want.
So where are we? So we're significant holders then, really. Like, we've got a handful of guys, haven't we? So I'm being really honest when I say this, that like if you could lay some things out, some foundations, and the direction you want to go in, get that white paper done, because that's not going to be, that's not dependent on someone else doing that, is it?
No, it's not. It's dependent on me.
Yeah. Get that white paper laid out. Even if you aren't updating your website yet, get your roadmap in your white paper, and have a look at the plans from there, because 0.25 BNB at the minute is going to make you a top 10 holder, isn't it? If you disregard the disregard the top team wallets.
Yes.
That's a good entry point, if you think.
Yeah. I can't disagree with that. No, that's what I mean. Like, for some of the guys here, it's nothing. Like, and to take a chance on a team that, like you say, is obviously still working at it. You're still here. You're still working.
If you think about this, if someone drops 0.2 BNB, and for them it's nothing, it's slight of a gamble, but you kind of have a trustworthy team that is working on it. I think a lot of teams would already dump it or just let it go.
Move on to the next one. That's an easy thing to do in this space, isn't it? Just move on to the next project.
That happens all the time, and the guys here are working hard and trying their best. And I think this is worth a gamble, if you know what I mean.
Your thoughts, Mark?
I think it's tough, isn't it? Like, basically, you've got an uphill battle from now on. I think, it's using every penny wisely.
Yes.
It's tough for you.
It is. It is.
Tim is working with .x BNB, so it's quite funny and challenging, but they're doing great work.
Do you feel that the rewards have actually knocked you back a little bit with the low volume? Because I don't know if you see a lot of tokens turn off their rewards.
I tell you what, right? If you go back to the what is it called, the contract wallet, right? The one on top. Not this one. The link that I shared in the no. Here. If you go down there, down. Wait, stop. A bit up.
I think we've got it.
Stop. So number 20, right? Yeah. So there is like 217 million tokens, right? That would mean if it sells 2 more times, there will be nothing more in the market, in the reward wallet to sell. Okay. So if someone wants to hack the system now, what they can do is sell 1 token twice. Okay. Yeah. That would trigger the contract sales. And once that happens twice, they cannot trigger the contract anymore. That means that's the floor. So if you ask me where the floor is, I would tell you, go and check how much 274 million token is worth. That much deducted from the LP would be our floor.
I got it up right now.
And remember, we started with 3 BNB in LP, right? And I can guarantee you, if everyone sells, we would still have more than 4 BNBs in our LP.
How long have you locked your LP for, by the way?
Right now, it's locked for 3 months, but we are planning on going lengthening it further.
Yeah, so 0.3 BNB.
0.3 BNB. So that's what the floor is. So right now, wherever we are sitting in BNB in our LP, minus 0.3, and that's our flow.
Well, you're burning. Are you still burning tokens?
No, we have already burned, right? Out of the 40% that we have burned, 15% was taxed. The burn tokens were taxed. Of those tokens, they were actually sitting in the marketing, in the reward wallet, which was being distributed, right? So the burning is done.
Yep. I feel like you could do something more with this sex wallet. Like,
I'm open to. I'm all ears, right? I'm open to suggestion.
yeah.
We
Well,
want
I mean,
to
that
go to
would,
centralized exchanges. How do you propose we go to centralized exchanges without having to
yeah, but why do you feel the need to go to centralized exchanges that aren't going to honor your tokenomics anyway? Like, there's a handful of exchanges that will honor your tokenomics.
But the thing is, once you go into centralized exchanges, in that case, it's not the reward that you look forward to. It's the price of the token then.
But do you think you can get? Do you think that would offer you a significant bump if you were to get an exchange listing today? Obviously, I think you would, because this is the very floor. It's not far off the floor price, is it?
Yeah.
So everyone who's holding now will probably start aping in on that news.
Exactly.
But do you think that's going to give you a long-term benefit?
Well, right now, no. But in the long run, yes. Right? If we go with let's say a swap, if we go long term into a swap, or if we go with a play to earn gaming, right, we would need to be in the centralized exchanges.
Yes.
Right. So for that, we need these tokens, and I'm pretty sure the reason where we are sitting right now is because of this wallet. My gut feeling is that one, right? And but then again, since we wanted to make sure that we don't need to change anything in the token, we don't need to deploy another contract, we don't need to do another airdrop or other things, I had to keep it like that.
Yeah.
Again, it's in the Solidity code. It's public. Anytime it changes, it's visible to public. Right?
Yeah.
If we wanted to dump, we would have dumped. We would not have spent.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not hard, is it? Even
of our time. I mean, 7 BNB is not a small amount of money. It's still a lot of money, for a lot of people. 8 BNB. So if we wanted to dump, we could have dumped.
Oh yeah, you could just unlock that wallet and dump it, couldn't you? Like, there's nothing to. That's, I think, maybe 6 BNB worth.
Well, if we dump that one, if we can, since you see the liquidity is locked, right?
Yeah.
The liquidity is locked. So with the dump, we can take we can take significant amount of BNB, and whatever is rest, it would not be worth dumping for you if you're holding, right? That means once the liquidity is unlocked, I can take the rest of the money. But
let's move away from that anyway, because I can't see you guys dumping it. Like, you seem like
exactly.
You know what I mean? We're talking about something that's probably not going to happen. Like, you're still here, you're still fighting for this project, and you're still working on it. So I just feel like there could be a better use of this. I'm not too sure what I would say to do with it at the minute. You can't sell it. You can't pay people with it because they're just going to dump it.
Also, there was another idea of relaunching after 3 months, changing the name. Not sure where that idea is right now, but there's also an option if we don't, lift off.
If you did relaunch, so obviously you launched with 3 BNB liquidity. If you did relaunch and rejig these tokenomics and used the centralized exchange fund, how much would you have to relaunch?
I did not get your question.
How much BNBs you would have if you relaunch at the moment right now?
So it's just 8 BNB in the LP.
Right now it's LBNB and LP, right? If we do a relaunch, it will be somewhere close to 7.5, somewhere between 7.5 and 7.8 BNB, because we would need the rest of the BNB to do the airdrops to the holders.
Sure.
But also we need to look at it that the community grown quite well since launch. They gained 41 holders or whatever is there, and there's some people with like connections that could make relaunch much better than the first one. Of course, more hype and etc. But that's not, I think that's not something the guys are keen on.
No,
because
exactly.
I think with the name
Relaunch is the
CupCake,
last option that we would go
I
for.
think with the name CupCake, you can make a lot, because just look on the major players on BSC like Pancake, Bake, things like that. And CupCake doesn't really sound like a meme token, end of the day. That's my point of view. So, yeah, with the NFTs planned and, well, the multi-chain exchange, that's a long
How much
shot.
would it cost to create your NFTs? Because I take it you're going to outsource that as well.
Again, sorry, can you repeat that, please?
The NFTs, creating all of those, I take it you're going to outsource it. So how much would that cost?
So we are gonna decide the price based on the number of NFTs. Are you talking about the price of the NFTs?
I'm just wondering. I'm just thinking because you're gone, David.
Yeah, I think he's asking you how much it's going to cost you to.
Okay. In that case, I would have to ask Queen if we are in a position to disclose that. Queen, are we?
Well, let me say this. It's affordable for right now, and we have good contact with Referral Bonus, so that's not an issue itself.
So we could afford it right now. That's what she's saying. That right now, with the given marketing wallet, we could afford it right now.
That's true.
Yeah. The issue I kind of see with this right now is you're stuck between a rock and a hard place in terms of these NFTs, because you want to release these NFTs, but you need the community's input on what they're going to be. Like we don't know the rarity of them. We don't know how many are going to be rare. We don't know the percentage or anything like that. There's nothing to, other than NFTs are coming. There's nothing to know. Do you know what I mean? Because you're waiting for that 250 community holder count.
Yes.
So it puts you in a hard place because you can't use it to hype your community because you're waiting for the community to be built.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It totally does.
I think the biggest thing for you guys right now,
white paper and the roadmap.
White paper, yeah, a roadmap. Get some direction, because I can see you're trying to build a direction, but at the minute it still falls back to we haven't got enough community members to steer us in a direction yet. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like you guys. Like I like the fact that you're still here and still trying to get it going.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thanks for giving us a chance.
That's what it is all about, not giving up. If you give up,
So I mean, I know there's not a lot of guys in the chat tonight, but we'll share this video. People will discuss it for a few days. Like it could, like potentially this community could help you, and this community could become your community if it wanted to and got behind it. I just feel like you need some direction, and people need something to look where you're going to.
Yes.
What do you think? Anything else, Mark, to add to that?
No, I think you hit the nail on the head. Again, I like you guys as well, and I want you to make a success of it. I want it to be successful for you. I'm struggling. I'm really struggling.
Yeah, like for me right now, if I'm going to go put money in this, it's not because of the project. It's probably going to be because of you guys.
Yeah,
and the fact that you're
in for you guys.
But that's not.
Thank you.
But that's where you put the money in the team, not in the chart or project, really, because anyone can write anything. Right?
So say that again. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Probably you hear my wife.
No, that's okay. We've all got one of them.
What he was saying is that in the initial stage, you put your money to the people. Not
yes, of course you do.
Right?
Yeah,
that's what he means.
I guess you're right. I mean, if you look at this now, it's it's basically a fair launch now, if we look at it like that and forget the rest of the graph, what's happened, rest of the chart, what's happened. And, look at it from
the chart. This chart done much better than 99% of launches on BSC. Pre-sales, all that, everything goes under the pre-sale price. It's just dump fest lately.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can see here. There's obviously. I'm presuming that you guys bought into. Did you guys buy into the token as well, or did you just have your team wallets? Did you put any money into the buy-in on the launch?
Oh, I'm a buyer. I bought it.
Yeah, sorry, I know you are. I mean, I'm guessing here with these, like, small. There's probably people here with a couple of wallets. Let's be honest, because you've got a cap of like 1%. And the only kind of significant holders are kind of like from, let's say, 20, 23 up. So you've like got 15 kind of big holders.
Yeah.
Who are diamond handing it, yeah. That's where the chart's at now, I think.
Yeah.
But if you're going to get new investors come in, then there needs to be some direction.
And anyway, I just wanted, I need to shoot off, but I just want to say I really like your channel, guys, and I think you're doing a great job.
Appreciate that.
And if you're interested, I will reach out to you later on. Maybe
for
sure. For some future cooperation.
Yeah, sure. Just drop me and Mark a message.
Yeah, it's really good vibes here. You have a good thing going on.
Thanks,
Thank you.
That's all right. All right then. Thanks for the time. It was really nice. Good luck to everyone, and take care.
Thank you. Just before we kind of finish up, does anyone have any questions from the guys who are here? Harry, Rhino,
just before we
Nick.
go on to that.
Oh, go on, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, the only thing I can think that could, give this project a boost is because you're saying that the NFT production is so cost effective. And I know that you want to involve the community in all of the decisions that you make, but wouldn't it not be worth just launching a range of NFTs so that at least you can use that as a marketing ploy to try and build on that, get some hype that way?
You are right, but the thing is, we are planning on getting the NFT price to, let's say, down to between $30 and $40 each NFT. Hypothetically speaking, if you're going with 1,000 NFTs, right? With 40 holders, for example, I will not be able to sell 1,000 NFTs.
You wouldn't, right? But you would be able to sell 40, wouldn't you? So
yes, exactly, right. But with 40 NFTs and 2.5% going into the marketing wallet, it really doesn't give me much money. We did the math. That's why I'm coming back to that number, 250. We need at least 250 holders.
But wouldn't you be able to use those NFTs as marketing? Through your Telegram?
No, because let's say if I'm going with the NFT price, right? So $30, hypothetically speaking, is the NFT cost, and 1/3 would probably go to. I mean, if I'm taking it very marginally, 1/3 would go to the designer of the NFT. Okay, so 1/3 of that money, so $10 is gone to the developer. Okay, we are not seeing that money. That means that remains with $20 more, right? $20, 40 BNB. That doesn't really give me much of a room.
No, it doesn't. No, I wasn't actually referring to the monetary value of the NFTs that you're receiving. It was more the fact that you've got a utility now.
Okay, that you mean.
That as a way of promoting it.
And even use them as a free NFT drop to people as a marketing,
that we have already thought of, and those NFTs are being already prepared. Those free NFTs are being already prepared that you mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be good. It's at least something, pushing it forward and stuff, and standing out, making it a little bit different to where you're at now and stuff. So.
Yes, and guess what? Our these giveaways our NFT developer is doing the giveaway on his own. He's the one who came up with the proposal that, hey, I want to give away 3 NFTs to the community randomly, right? We are already working on that. We are already looking into the designs, and yeah, that is going to happen soon.
Okay, nice.
Well, hey guys, thanks for another great session, and nice to learn about you guys over at CupCake. The one thought I had was, rather than relaunch, I think you're getting close to a potential strategy, right? Of
Yes,
gathering, building up to that 250, rather relaunch. Here's, X number of NFTs, one of one issues type deal. That could be the incentive as another approach versus trying to relaunch and rebrand.
as I mentioned earlier, relaunch is, let's say, the very, 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 very end of our list, because if we wanted to relaunch, we would not be having those tokens for centralized exchanges, relaunch is at the very end.
Why don't you guys also look at, you're familiar with Everrise, yeah?
Yes.
I've never used them, but potentially locking up that 37% exchange wallet in their Everlocks. Have you heard of the Everlock?
I have not taken a look into the utility, right? But I was a part of it when it launched. But came out very early. I have not looked into that for a long time. So, I don't know where they're sitting now. We can take a look into that.
I just might consider looking at that utility.
That's a very good suggestion. We will take a look into that one. Thank you very much.
What you could do there, yes, is you might be able to get some marketing leverage with them in terms of, you look at this, we're using Everlock to lock up our exchange wallet. And then
that's a very good suggestion. Thank you very much.
Your community can vote then at when to unlock it, because you seem to be pretty community driven as well.
It is, and we will keep it like that. It will be always a community driven token.
Okay. Does anyone have anything to finish up on before we end? Anyone questions?
I would like to say something.
Yeah. Finish with a statement and tell us.
Completely, different from what I've been talking about. So before coming to this AMA, I was informed by my community that, guys, be careful. Those guys ask very, very hard questions. And my answer to them was, I'm just going to tell them the blunt truth. So I don't think there's going to be any hard question. I hope that's what you got from me. You got the truth out of me.
There's only hard questions if there's kind of some hidden agenda. Yeah, exactly. I don't get that vibe from you guys. I just think you're still here. You're trying to make it work, and I think that's all there is to say about it. Like I admire you for carrying on with it, to be honest, and keeping at it.
All the credit goes to Crypto Queen. She does not let us give up. No, we are not trying to give it up, but she pushes it like crazy. I don't think she's sleeping much.
That happens, doesn't it? part of running a project, I think, as well.
Yeah.
But so let's just finish on give us a statement then. Why do you think the guys in Legit Crypto should put money into the project today?
Well, I would say that we are transparent. We are here, even after all this time, with all the hardness. We are here, with all the hard time. We are here. It's what you can call a low market cap gem. That's all I would say. It's a low market cap gem at the moment.
Perfect. Well, listen, thanks very much for joining us, and I hope you've enjoyed it.
Thank you very much for having us, Topstar and Mark.